McCool is the third astronaut to board the shuttle.
How you doing this morning? Well,
Technicians help prep the astronauts for launch, get them strapped in, and then close the main hatch to the shuttle.
The interior attention please. Launch of STS107 is scheduled for today. All employees should be aware that a potential for a deposition of solid rocket motor exhaust.
Willie called me at 5 in the morning, right before he went to breakfast on launch day. I could tell that he was excited, that he was nervous, and I just wished him good luck and told him that I loved him. And he always said, "I'll see you in 16 days."
This is one of the last images Dave Brown films before he turns his camera off. Once he boards the shuttle, NASA's onboard cameras take over.
And we have a camera that is stationed on the flight deck, as we can watch the crew members climb into the vehicle and take their seats.
Okay, Rick, if there's ever a time to use the phrase, all good things come to people who wait, this is one time.
Oh, we appreciate it, Mike. We're going to have a great mission. We appreciate all the great hard work everybody's put into this, and we're ready to go.
And we have a go for auto sequence start. 15 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of Space Shuttle Columbia with a multitude of national and international space research experiments.
You see this thing going, and then all of a sudden you feel the rumbling. You can feel it in your stomach. You can feel it shaking. And it's a very overwhelming emotional experience. Quite literally, it's a visceral experience.
Roger, roll, Columbia.
Columbia now rolling on to the proper azimuth for a 39-degree inclination.
You watch them just take off with such power and thrust, and it's like, wow. I can't tell you what it feels like to know the person that's inside of that shuttle. And you watch them, you just keep watching them until you can't see them anymore. And it's the most incredible thing.
We copy, go and throttle up.
The throttle up call acknowledged by Commander Rick Husband, joined on the flight deck by pilot Willie McCool, flight engineer Colton Achawla, and mission specialist Dave Brown. Mission Specialist Laurel Clark, Payload Commander Mike Anderson, and Payload Specialist Ilan Ramon seated down on the middeck.
The shuttle and her crew reach orbit. No one is aware that Columbia sustained lethal damage during launch. Their focus is on the marathon science mission that they have trained years to complete. As the Space Shuttle Columbia reaches orbit on January 16, 2003, Dave Brown is the first one out of his seat.
Dave's making sure he's got all of his settings correct on the camera here, and then getting ready to take a look outside the window and film that external tank. It's a good shot.
The crew is unaware that a suitcase-sized piece of foam has ripped away from the external tank during liftoff. The debris slammed into Columbia's left wing. The damage will prove fatal. For the 7 astronauts, the long wait to reach space is finally over.
You can see Rick's husband here in space tab.
The crew works in 12-hour rotating shifts, with the red team of Ilan, Rick, KC, and Laurel up first, tending to their payload of science experiments.
This is Willie on our ergometer on the flight deck.
Once the red team's shift is finished, it's time for the blue team, made up of Mike, Willie, and Dave, to take over.
Good morning, Houston. And it's a really good day to wake up today and nothing to worry about.
lot of work to do, and Blue Shift is ready to start another good day of science on orbit.
Michael did get to do not just one thing he loved, not just fly, but actually work on the science end of it. It was very challenging, but he was very excited about that.
From where he's working.
Dave continues filming his crewmates. And despite their focus on work, they can't help but marvel at the wonders of zero gravity.
'107 was the happiest. I think it was because of all the eccentric characters that you had on there. And all of them were different. And we usually don't see crews that are that happy and joking and jovial.
And then there's tennis.
I know the mission was critical to them, and that was the most important thing. But one of the things I always would tell them was, okay, whenever you get a break, look out the window. Tell me what it was like to be in space.
When they finally have a chance to look at the Earth, they see a beautiful silent blue planet. One that reminds them of how far away they are from their friends and family.
Good morning, Red.
Good morning, Ken. Good morning to all, and special good morning to my wife, Rona, the love of my life.
Although the astronauts keep in touch with family through mission control and email, the most precious moments are spent in 30-minute private video conferences once a week.
It was like preparing for a date. I was getting nervous, and I even had to think about things I wanted to talk to Willie about. I was very excited to see him.
2 minutes, I love you.
Okay, I have a poem to read. It's short. It goes like this. I've witnessed the beauty of Earth from space, far, far above. What a treasure it is to behold. But I would trade this view for your embrace, my sweet love, because only you enrapture my soul.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it's so true, Lon. The views have been just out of this world. I can't describe them well enough to you. I'll try to when I get back. But cameras don't do it justice. Video machines don't do it justice. But they don't compare to you. So this view that I have of you beats the Himalayas, beats all the atolls, all the deserts, all of North Africa. You're precious.
You're precious. I love you.
I love you, Lon.
For Laurel Clark, it was a chance to spend time with her son Ian.
Ian, was so close to his mom, and so he dominated the camera shot. So he just put the camera in front of him. Just wanted to talk to her as much as she could. And she would talk back about what she's doing and having fun. And, she would turn around slowly upside down, so she'd be upside down on the camera. And it was a touching, very intimate moment.
The 16-day science mission is an overwhelming success. On the morning of February 1st, 2003, it is time to come home.
Well, we have 10 minutes to get gloves on. Lowell, do you need help?
As Columbia enters the outer edges of the atmosphere, plasma gas begins to envelop the shuttle.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be outside now.
What the crew doesn't know is that the superheated gas of re-entry is penetrating the left wing, damaged during launch. A few minutes after these images were captured, the wing would fail. Columbia disintegrated in the Texas sky.
He knew that the chance of not coming back was significant. And hence, when he did his last email, he wrote it with the thought that that could be a distinct possibility. Friends, It's hard to believe, but it's coming up on 16 days, and we land tomorrow. I can tell you a few things. Floating is great. At 2 weeks, it really started to become natural.